thought both teams played really, really hard. I thought the effort was there. For sure, I was proud of our rebounding. You know, we had some struggles with rebounding here lately, and I got a lot of respect for those. They're fourth in the league on offensive rebounding percentage, and I was worried about that like crazy coming into the game. We out-rebounded them by 9. That's not easy to do because they've got a really good rebounding team. And I thought our effort was really good, maybe consistently from start to finish, about as good as we've had in a while. I thought that was really encouraging. Thought we got contributions from a lot of guys. I thought that was good. So we did some good things. And I told them that after the game. But in a game like that where both teams are playing that hard and battling, the little things, just a little thing here or there, we had enough available place on, that we could control to give us a chance to win the basketball game that we could have made. You know, whether that's going 1 for 2 at the line instead of 0 for 2. You know, whether that's making an unmolested layup underneath the basket. First half and second half. First half twice, second half once. Whether that's missing a dunk. Whether that's staying on our feet on the last possession. We've got to get that done. That's my responsibility and his responsibility to get a shot up on the rim. That's a better quality shot. May not make it. You guys know how that goes. I mean, you don't make them all. But it's got to be better than that. I shared with them the one media that went deep. The under 16 went to under 14. It doesn't happen a whole lot, but it happens every once in a while. And I thought their guys did a better job of pushing through it. Both teams were kind of holding on for dear life. And Scotty Lindsey makes 2 big threes to give them the lead and bust the game to 2 possessions. And I didn't think we looked right, so I had to take a fatigue timeout. Well, guess what? I'd sure like to have that baby in the hopper there late. You know, so again, it's just the little things, you know, here and there that I thought made a big difference. But effort-wise, I'm proud of them. Rebounding, definitely proud of them. It's a major step in the right direction. The rotation of guys who played, I thought we had more depth tonight. Obviously, we played more guys. I liked that. I'll have to watch the film, but I thought that was good. So we're going to take some good things away from it for sure. As frustrating as it might be that we just didn't make some of those plays I thought that were available to us that maybe could have, you know, slid the outcome our way. Questions?
John, you got 20 minutes total for Khalid and Jalen combined. Is that the wave of the future?
Well, it was today, Rob. Obviously, they played a lot of zone. We had worked this week on our week off of having the option to play any of the 3 guys. You know, we're going to need all 3 of them to be available to us. I thought today as the game unfolded, and I kind of felt that way going into the game, that Malcolm could do a good job for us there and did some good things. You know, had 8 assists, rebounded it well, thought he did some good things for us there. You know, obviously Khalid made a big shot in the left corner. You know, I didn't think their minutes necessarily weren't quality minutes in the 20 that they played, but I just made a decision that I felt like it was best for us to do that today in this particular game. We'll see how that plays out moving forward.
John, Matt Morgan continues to take a step forward for you. I mean, it seems like you have a couple guys who are taking off a little bit, and maybe other guys who are taking a step back. Just how do you balance that all out? Right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just every game's different, Jeremy. Every day's different. Mav has made a lot of progress. Those guys have gotten a lot better. The young guys have gotten better. Guys like Mav that maybe haven't played 30 minutes in games or 25-ish or whatever, that are kind of being forced to do that at this point. If they benefited from that, sure, it's made them better. Mav's better. You know, I think it's going to make Finke better. The 3 freshmen obviously have gotten better. You saw them play a lot more today. And I thought this week they were really good in practice. They weren't perfect, but they're getting better. I thought those things were encouraging.
Hey, Coach, as this is the first game that Malcolm didn't get a double figure scoring wise, is that just maybe to be, you know, how he balances running the point a little more with
Yeah, maybe Scott. You know, obviously we put him in a different role there. You know, he did a good job of making guys better and rebounding, and I thought he was pretty good defensively. I actually played him a little bit more than I wanted to, total minute-wise. You know, we were trying to keep guys a little bit fresher. I thought some of our guys have earned it and gotten a little bit better and have earned more minutes, especially our younger guys. So I saw 36 on there. I mean, it's probably a little much, you know, but you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, I thought he did some good things. I thought he had tied the game there on that step back going left to tie it at 58. But, you know, for whatever reason, it was, you know, I trust those guys. I watched them on videos. It looked like it was a good one, but it is what it is.
John, with a player like Trey Demps, where he's struggling on 9, then he goes on that streak of 4 straight, is there anything you can do about that, and kind of just know that might happen?
We didn't defend him very well twice. You know, we gave him the first one. Sometimes with a guy that's a good offensive player that struggled in the first half, you know, you give him 1 or 2 where you make mistakes, then on 3 and 4, he just made it. You know, you start to make it, you're a good scorer, good shooter like Demps is, and you make 1 or 2, you start feeling like that rim looks like the ocean. You're just going and rocking the ocean. That's, you know, I thought the 3rd and 4th one he made there were huge, and I should have said that at the outset. I appreciate your question. You know, I thought that was the biggest turning point in the game. That and that deep media where Scotty Lindsey buried 2 threes. You know, I thought that juncture in the second half, and then Demps making 4 in a row. You know, we ran into a screen on the second one. We overhelped on the first one. And once he made the first 2, then I thought the second 2 were just terrific plays by him.
John, you said you thought Malcolm tied it at 58 maybe. What about the last play? What did you see there?
I just got to stay on his feet. And again, I'm not picking on him. I love him. And, you know, again, I've got to work with him a little bit more. And you know, I'll take responsibility. It's my responsibility and his responsibility there to make sure we get one up on the rim. It may not go in. You know, they don't all go in. But we got to get one up on the rim there. You know, that's the bottom line.
Anything else?
Okay. Thanks.
We'll have Morgan,